checking over these instructions from PowerMadd. I'm installing a seat riser kit, the PowerMadd Skidoo Rev Seat Riser kit on this. Why would you need a seat riser? Well, the fellow who drives this sled, he's a big lad. I'm not gonna lie, he's a big fella, and he probably sits down pretty low on this, a little hard on the knees. The seat riser kit is gonna raise him up a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit more comfortable ride. On these revs, your knees are kind of pinned in a, for us bigger guys, I'm not that big, but I'm kind of taller. They're sort of pinned in a certain way that it's hard on the knees after a while. It's just not a natural sitting stance. It was good at the time, I'm not gonna lie, in 03 when they came out with these, there definitely was a big improvement over ZX chassis kind of stuff, right? So, we're gonna put the seat riser kit on this. I'm gonna show you how to do it. If you got a little bit of time, 13 mil wrench, a 1/2 inch wrench for you Americans, a T25 or T30 Torx, depending on who put the bolts in the last time they had the seat off. A little bit of time, you got this thing done. And a staple gun. You need a staple gun. So let's get at it. Easy peasy. Gotta love the old Rev chassis. The kit comes with everything you're gonna need. It comes with instructions, of course. For guys like me, even I look at the instructions, or some call destructions. Get that out of here. Comes with this new seat cover. PowerMadd logo on the back, of course. It's gonna raise it up nice. He's gonna like this. This is a bit of a surprise for him because he's tired and he's sore at the end of the day, the fella. And there's the foam that's gonna replace, actually go on top of what's there already. Yeah, it goes right there. Nice. You can pop off these Torx off the back here. They hold the trunk on, or part of it. Oh my God. What's going on here? What do you call these? Starbursts? Yeah. I found his stash. Nice. Okay. There we go. Scented lip balm. I found your lip balm. That probably wasn't his. Oh, he's got a new girlfriend. I see. I think what the secret to riding is that Starburst candy. That just gave me a little shot of energy. Nice. 10 mil. Interesting little seat bracket here. It's okay, we'll get that out. If I remember correctly, I butchered enough of these seats. And they just do one of those, and that's it. 50 bucks. I wish. Okay, easy. See how easy that was? Now in PowerMadd school, we tell you to take all this stuff off. But not everybody does PowerMads. Let's do this. Now the fun really begins. There's about 150 staples in here, and I have this old screwdriver, and I'm gonna pull every one of them out. How much fun is that? At least I have an air-powered staple gun. That's a good thing. Make sure you're wearing a pair of goggles or safety glasses, and just start on doing this. Good times. I mean, I do have a little tool that takes these out really easily, but of course it's not here. I think Keely took it. Yeah, we can see we got these out now. You know, these old staples, you got to get these out because you're going to be running your hand along here, trying to staple things in. You're going to get this old rusty thing stuck in you. That's not good. Nobody likes that. You know what? Just from the looks of it, this seat cover, it was its time to go. I can see that. It was its time. Its time was up. Oh yes. Okay, look at this here, this little secret thing here. Secret. This is a little thing that holds it down. Just shove that through right there. Sort of holds the cover on. Keeps that little, I don't know, crotch area of the cover stuck down into there. Now this is all wet. I can feel it. I'm gonna leave this to dry before I put the new cover on it. I think that's the smartest thing to do. And then we're gonna continue this. You don't wanna put a cover on with like that. I have put a lot of seat covers on sleds before, and everyone's sort of a little bit different. If you're dealing with a square seat, a rectangular seat, an old Elan for something like that, for an example, really easy to pull it over from the sides and hammer it on, no problem. This is a little trickier because there are a lot of contours in this seat. This is a little trickier because of all the contours and whatnot, but you want to start up in this front corner, I found. I've sort of skipped ahead here a little bit because it's a back and forth kind of thing. What I've done here is I've put some nice cardboard on the ground, put a board underneath to support this, because if I try to push down on the seat, it sort of grabs this front part of this seat mount, and it's going to kind of wreck it a little bit. So basically what you do is you start at the front. Come over here now, check this out. I've come in. You want to pull your seat cover in so these seams are just on the inside, but you want to pull it up really tight. And then you work your way to the back of the seat, but it sort of has to be equidistant the whole way back. And the reason I'm putting my weight on it is so that we get the seat cover stretched enough that it's going to come over and make it so it's like this. You want the seat cover to be kind of just lined up perfectly down here. If you don't do that, if you start one side and you come all the way down the side, then it's going to pull it off here, and the seam will be down the middle of the seat, and the PowerMadd logo will be over there, and you don't want that. So that's what I'm doing. You just put your knee on it, do one of those, do one of these. Now, ideally, if you have two guys here, that's the way to do it. I'll put my glasses on for that. And when you're taking the stapler, if you put it on the material and you sort of pull it a little bit, it gives you an extra little bit of tension on that seat cover. And that's what you want. And every once in a while, check your progress, make sure everything is still lined up. And it is. It's just the way we want it. A little bit of extra weight on there. And this really is the key. I'm telling you right now, you got to put that weight on it. You will not be able to do this on a table and just pull it over. It won't happen. You want it to look good. Because this cover makes a big difference. I'm going to tell you right now, I know I've talked to people who have used it or use it on their revs, and it makes it kind of like riding a newer sled. It's actually a very good thing. Get over here. Where's the trigger? Right there. Oh, my thumb. Kidding. There. I've kind of beat this area up here pretty badly. I had to pop it off. I put it on and then I took it off again. But this is actually hidden underneath that little storage area. You want to shoot a couple in here. It's typical PowerMadd kind of thing where it's not seen, it's all good. But this is where it goes around your gas tank. So you want to make sure you come in and you just fold these staples over. There. Good. There we go. You want that weight on it. You're pulling that over. There, how's that looking? Oh, that's pretty good. A little blip right there, but you know what? I bet you in the heat, that's gonna come right out. It's a little cold in here right now. Oh, that looks good. What a sweetheart. Well, the fabric will cover these two holes here. That's what sort of mounts it to your sled, so you gotta cut that stuff off, that excess. That one's good, that's the way I did it. Anything where there's an extreme amount of material hanging over, you can trim it off as well. But I think it's gonna probably be okay just like that. Now let's put it on. Installation is pretty darn simple. These are the two little mounts here on this gas tank hoop that go into that seat. And it should just sort of get in there. There we go. There. Oh, look at that. I actually can't believe the kind of condition the sled's in. It's pretty darn clean. How many miles on it? How many miles on this sled? 6,200.
Kilometers or miles?
Wow. It's in good shape. Certainly not PowerMadd shape. I know that. There we go. There we go. Where are those candies? Now, we have to put his candies back in the trunk. It's going to be less, 1 or 2. At least 2. They're a little frozen right now, but that's okay. There we go. Look at that. Let me polish that up. Check this out. Doesn't it look awesome? It looks factory. You know? I'm gonna have to shine the sled up for the boy, make it nice and clean. He's gonna love his new tricked out Rev. Clean it all up. There. Now, I've driven a lot of Revs, and this is an improvement. I kid you not. Especially for us taller guys. Taller guys, bigger guys, weigh a bit more. They sit down in that old seat. There's not very much support there. Don't forget that these sleds, they've been around since '03, so that foam is getting beat pretty hard. Some of them have up to 36,000 K. My old, the Rev that I have right now, it had 36,000 kilometers on it when I got it. So imagine how compressed and rotten that old foam is. So this changes it up in a big way. Much more comfortable. It's going to be a lot easier on the knees. You don't need to change anything as far as your ergonomics go on the bars. It's a perfect fit. I got to thank you guys for coming back as usual. Very easy install. 2 guys can do this install in, I'm going to say, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes. It's really better to have the second guy to compress the foam when you're pulling that, that material over the seat. But it's not that hard. You just sort of want to make it nice and tight, and you get a really good fit on there. I'm sure that he is going to love that. Thanks for coming as usual. Make sure you check us out on social media and give me a big old thumbs up if you like my videos.